Today is Mother's Day in Japan, and for Holly's present, I'm going to give her a Japanese toilet makeover. This is our toilet in our apartment. It's in quite a small room. They've got a full-size toilet in here, which is cool, but they've done that by having the hand basin on the back of the toilet that then fills up the cistern part there. Now, while that looks awesome, I'll just remind you that's cold water. There is a plug right there, grounded, and you can see out here the water spout is quite a ways away from the toilet itself. I have two things to go into the toilet. One is this from Toto, and it is called the Toilet Princess. This is a sound dampening device, and especially helpful in our apartment because our living area is really close to where the toilet is. So if we have guests or something over, this will help with any embarrassment. And then the other is the infamous Japanese toilet. Now, whenever I heard about Japanese toilets, I thought they were the full thing, fully integrated, but actually it's just the seat, it's just the toilet seat. So I'm going to open this up so you can see what it looks like. So here it is. This little unit is our infamous, awesome Japanese magical toilet. And as you can see, it's just the top, just the lid. What is interesting about this is that it has a water tank in the back here. And this actually heats the water used as the bidet part, and it takes in cold water through the back here. So that's why we saw that we needed a power outlet in the toilet, and that being able to get to that water supply easily will make our lives a lot easier. And we'll have actually a T-piece that's here, and we'll see more of that when we put it all together. And that'll actually tee off of the water supply to the water tank and send it into this. This also, and this is the bit that Holly will be most happy about, heats the seat as well. So there's a setting in here to heat up the seat and make it nice and cozy on a cold night. So first step then is to take off the old toilet seat. Under here is the bolts that hold on the toilet seat. They're just plastic, they're just hand tight. Oh, this other one's a bit tighter. This handy little tool came with the Toshiba toilet seat. Very kind of them. Would be nice if it fit. Doesn't quite fit. That is really on there. This is where you need your dad to come do it. There it goes. No, maybe it didn't. I was trying to avoid using any metal tools, but maybe I can use this adjustable spanner here. It's just big enough. There we go. I'm going the wrong way, am I? No, that's the right way. Ah, I am going the wrong way. I am so bad at this sort of stuff. Here we go. Got it. This will come right up. Boom. Alright, so my next step is to turn off the water supply here. I'm not sure which way it goes. I assume we screw it down to lock it off. Okay, so that's screwed down. Then I'm going to run the flush. So we should see water not coming out of there. That is perfect. I'm gonna get all the water out. There will probably be still a little bit left in that pipe, so I'm gonna get a bowl to put under it. So I have my bowl and my towel set up, and unfortunately my adjustable IKEA tool set spanner wrench doesn't fit. So I'm gonna try the tool that came with the toilet seat. This does seem roughly about the right size. So let's have a look. Oh, yep. Alright, you can see the water's coming out. There we go. So no water out of this side, a little bit of water out of that side, no water on the floor. That's a big win. This is our T-piece that we need to install. You can see that this end would go on here, and then the old pipe goes on this side, and then our new pipe for our toilet seat goes on top there. Got the video, got there. Alright. This may already have a washer. It does. There we go. And then I need to put the pipe on here for the seat. This is actually the mounting furniture for the seat to the toilet, and it was a bit intimidating at first. I didn't understand what was going on, but what happens is that this plate attaches to the toilet, but the seat itself attaches to this plate and not the bolt. So these bolts here are just for attaching this plate, and then you just slide it on to this mounting plate, and then you tighten it up to lock it in place. These two lots of holes kind of worried me, but I guess that's just to fit different sizes of toilets. And this here would have been really helpful, because this is actually for removing these plastic nuts, and it would have been great for getting the other seat off, but I didn't know it came with that. Alright, so this is what's on the underside of the plate. Actually kind of nice, looks like it will hold things really firmly. We don't know exactly what position this will be in until we get the toilet seat in place. What I noticed was that there's these little teeth on here, and those teeth line up to here. So now you can see it's running against the teeth, so that I can position it on here where I want it. Got to be careful not to tighten these too tight. This is why it's all like plastic, dealing as well as corrosion. It's also, if you over tighten it, you will crack the porcelain. We are coming to a critical piece now. So we have our mounting plate on, and this is the bottom of the seat right here, and you can see that the plates fit into these grooves here. And what we also need to do is hook up the water pipe that goes on right here, and then the electrics we need to plug in. The first thing I'm going to do is figure out which one of these pipes I need to use. The outlet here is on the far side of the toilet. I've got this little one, and it does seem maybe like it would be a touch bit tight when you turn it, but maybe if I turn it this, it wouldn't be so bad, because the longer one seems a bit too long, and I don't want all this extra pipe around. Now I'm going to attach up the pipe. So put this on here to tighten it up. Now this actually is flexible, so that's good. That'll save a bit of distance on the pipe. Gonna slide it on. And let's see what happens. I have no idea what's gonna happen. supposed to click. Oh, there it goes. Right, and you can see it's at a bit of a funny angle. Alright, so now I want to loosen up the nuts a little bit so we can get this where we want it. That actually seems pretty good. So I'm going to tighten these nuts up. And of course, I can always adjust it again later if it's not quite right. We're going to hook up our other pipe. So I just need to fish it through. Where is it? Ah, it's too short. It is too short. So, need the longer one. Alright, so I've attached the longer one. I actually noticed while doing it that these already have washers on here. You can see there's a washer and actually a kind of a ring, an O-ring thing here too. So, so yeah, pretty well sealed up. So let's get it on here. And these all need to be tightened up before I actually turn on the water. To do the electrics. Now, of course, this deals with water, so it's really critical you have ground on these. This house does have 3-prong plug outlets, but I think that's kind of a relatively new thing, so it's not that common. So what I have to do is shove this into a little hole in the outlet. You can see here that actually it goes into this hole right here, and I just shove that in there. Now you need to cut this to exactly 13 mil, but the guide is actually printed on the outlet to scale. Yep. So I just do it to there, yep. And if you don't get it quite right, it's not that big a deal. It's got so much extra wire here. Maybe even I'll trim it back another time anyway. Earth is really only used when there's a fault or a problem with the electrical, and when this is water, this will have a lot of heavy use, so that's definitely possible. So it's important we do this and feel good about the install. I'm not going to plug it in because I want to check what will happen if we do. I've gone through and buttoned up everything. I've tightened up the pipes. I've sort of tidied up the wires here a little bit, and I haven't plugged it in just yet. I'm going to now turn on the water. So I have my bucket handy and a towel handy for in case of emergencies. Oh, I can hear it going. Okay, there it is, it's running. No leaks. Oops, can't feel any leaks. Anything else coming out here? No. We have our startup procedure. Now, of course, this being a Japanese toilet, the instructions are in Japanese naturally, so writing on your manual in English is often a helpful way of doing this and remembering it long term. Alright, that's stopped. Can't hear any drips. Right, so I'm going to plug her in. Right, yes, that's supposed to come out once. This is a sensor right here to prevent any use that's when someone's not sitting there. When I cover this sensor, you can probably just hear the deodorizing fans running now. Yep. And then I'm supposed to press the button. Okay, which I assume is this button right here. So I'm gonna press the button and then, yeah, all right. Nothing came out. Right, so you can probably hear the tank filling. Oh, right, there's water coming out here. Can you see that? All right. I'm terrified that it's going to spray me. It's all looking promising. Alright, and then what do we do now? We press the button again. Alright. Here it comes. Ah! It's not warm, but it needs 5 minutes to warm up, but I am getting splashed here. Stop! And it's self-cleaning now, that's good. Alright, that is done. The toilet is installed. Now it's time to set up the toilet princess. But I have some issues. They want you to like screw it into the wall, like to drill holes, screw it into the wall. I can't really do that in this rental apartment we have. So I'm going to use some Velcro, sticky Velcro. So there it is. And then hopefully that works. I thought this was just like you press a button and it plays some water, but looking at the instructions, it's a bit more complicated than that. I think I need to place it precisely. It can't be overlapping things like the toilet paper holder or towels. They're saying don't really do it on a door, but that vibrate violently. But I am going to put it on a door because in our toilet, that's kind of the best location. So I'm going to open this up, put the batteries in, and then sort of mess around with it and see what happens. It's like being beside a pleasant river. That's enough. That is pretty loud. That is the princess all installed, and I assume when you want to use it you just hold it here, and it's really loud. It's definitely going to cover whatever business you're doing. I think that is done now. Let's go see what Holly thinks. Holly! I have a surprise for you in the toilet.
In the toilet. Oh, it's my toilet. Oh, yay!
You have. You can hit stop so we can talk. Right, you can adjust the volume and the sensor distance, which we might have to do.
Well, I like it because I don't like people hearing me in the bathroom.
Alright, and then this is the toilet. It is warming seat, warm water. I haven't turned the seat warm on yet. The toilet seat doesn't slam down closed or shut.
Hooray.
And yeah, adjustable power. It's the bee's knees.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome.